Hey everyone, welcome to another Neo 3 boss guide. I have been absolutely hooked on to Neo 3. This is the first time I'm playing a Neo game, and today we are tackling the man himself, Takeda Shingen Yokai Form. This is a banger of a fight, guys. And this fight is a wall, but I finally managed to put him down, and I've got a blueprint for all of you, which you may choose to follow. Alright? With that said, let's jump right into it. Let's start with my gear. Now, I'm running a ninja build, so my gear is all about key recovery speed, maximizing my total amount of key pool, and a reduction of fire and wind damage, because these are the two elemental damage that the boss will give to you. So you need to ensure that you have maximum resistance to fire and wind, so that even if you make a mistake, you are not getting penalized that much. Now, having said that, let's look at my gear. So I was level 55, 60. I was level 60 at this point of time when the recommended level is level 55 when you can tackle this boss. I was using a ninja sword. As I said, ninja is something that I'm very comfortable with. If you're comfortable with samurai, you can go ahead with samurai. Samurai is all about blocking, parrying, where ninja is more about dodging, nailing those perfect dodges. So it's completely up to you. But I felt myself to be more comfortable with the ninja playstyle, and that's why I'm running it. But if you look at it very closely, all the gear that I've been running are more or less key recovery, speed increase, and maximizing my total key pool or elemental resistance in some way or the other. So let's go one by one. Let's go with the sword. Because I was using this sword. Again, see, melee attack key consumption reduction. Okay, now if I go into my gear, elemental damage taken reduced, dodge key consumption reduced. Similarly goes with any other. So you can wear whatever gear suits you the best, whatever gear you have, as long as you're level 60-ish, you should be fine. But your overall objective for all your gear would be revolving around that singular decision of how you can recover keys fast, because this is a very pressure fight and the boss will put you under a lot of pressure. You need to dodge fast and you have to make sure that you recover your key faster. Since you are not playing the samurai style. Samurai style, you can do a key pulse to recover your lost key. But since I'm playing ninja and I'm more comfortable playing a ninja, this is how I have planned myself and the gear. You need to stay mobile and you need to survive the pressure. Everything you can see, the legs also, key attack consumption increase, decrease enemy damage taken. Okay, again, key recovery speed 2.3% more. Okay, Japanese scissors, I was using this item because it gives me key recovery speed as always. Again, key recovery speed on critical key recovery on the perfect dodges that I'm doing. So this is about the gear. Now let's talk a little bit on the equipments that I'm using and the martial arts that I'm using. So basically, if I'm looking at the ninja martial arts, TLDR, this is a huge screen, a lot of information. Whatever points you have got, you can spread it across. I think one of the major things that you will be needing is the kunai. So ensure that you have at least one point over here. Uncanny board, because again, when we are talking about the Omeo box, we'll talk more about what are the elemental damages the boss is most susceptible to. I think Uncanny board is something that you should be taking, because lightning damage is something that he's weak to, and this is what I feel, that he's taking a lot of damage on lightning damage. Please let me know in the comments if you feel in a different way, but this is what I feel, that the lightning damage is kind of, the boss is more susceptible to it. Something that is more important, and I think maybe we should spend more time in understanding, is what are the ninjutsu powers that I've got. Okay, and let's talk more about it. I think kunai is very, very important. That will actually help you break his horn, the glowing horn. on top of his leg, and when we are looking at a boss fight video, we'll be able to see once you break it, that creates a lot of damage and a lot of key damage for him. Okay, and that is a good window for you to put a lot of pressure onto him and reduce his ki from like 30% to 0. And we'll talk about it when we are looking at the fight video and we are kind of analyzing it. But I think Kunai is a must. The other things that I'm using is poison again to increase the number of elemental damage. So I'll be talking about Omeo box. In Omeo box, I'm using a lightning damage, a water damage, and a poison damage. So the number of elemental damage, the number of debuffs that you are giving to the boss is also equally important. Again, this is uncanny board because boss is susceptible to more of damage when it comes to lightning. So yes, this is also going to help you out. I think apart from that, there is nothing to be over here, but let's now go inside and look into the other stuff. Okay, so in terms of level, again, the core of the entire thing was to increase the key recovery speed and the total key pool. So you see a lot of points have gone into intellect because that kind of increases the duration of the debuffs that you're putting onto the boss as well as the key recovery speed that you are having. So 15 points has gone into that. In heart, you're putting, increasing the key pool and the key recovery speed. So again, 15 points has gone into that. This overall increases your life and you need a lot of life to fight onto the boss because the boss does have a huge amount of health pool. So this is also very important at the same point of time. And strength and stamina, as long as you are around level 60, you can put few points over here as long as you are playing with the same weapons that I am. Magic can be brought up to 10 and you can keep it like that. So when we are talking about magic, let's talk a little bit more on the sword core part. Now this is important. Inside the Omeo box, I am using these 3 soul cores. 1 in the Yang position and 3 in the Yin position. In the Yang position, I have the Scampus Soul Core. The only reason for me using it is very simple because this was the highest item level 1 that I've got at this point of time. And the second more compelling reason for me to use this was also because of the fact that it gives 4 charges. So in case you are missing one of them, you can always kind of make up. Yin position is very simple, right? I'm using Sudama Soul Core because it gives lightning damage. As you can see on the right hand side bottom corner of your screen, gives lightning damage. I'm using Mujina Soul Core, which gives the preservation to the. Now, this is very, very nice. For me, I felt that this is very important because this is nothing but a cheat deck. And it gives you 4 chances in case you're making mistakes to come back with around 30% health. In case you're making mistakes and the boss is kind of pressurizing you, you're making a mistake, it gives you another chance basically. So I'm increasing my chances to live in the fight. As long as you've got the buff active and you're taking a fatal hit, it is going to take you back and it will let you survive an attack which or else would have ended the entire fight. And last but not least, I'm using the Water Familiar Talisman, which gives you water damage. When I use it, I kind of forgot using it. I only used it once in the start of the fight because I think this game has got a lot of things that you need to track at some point of time. But essentially, that kind of is okay if you're missing 1 or 2 of them. But as long as you're having the core concepts right, like core concepts like in case you're playing ninja, you are focusing on key recovery speed and focusing on elemental damage, I think you should be fine. So yeah, that's about the Omeo box. What else? Guardian Spirit. Let's quickly talk into it. I have a lot of Guardian Spirit now, but when I was level 60, I was using Nekomata. Nekomata is very good because again, it goes with the overall theme of key recovery speed. You can see over there in the second point being a key recovery speed. And also at the same point of time, it gives lightning damage, which I felt that the boss is more susceptible to. Alright guys, now that we are past all that, I wanted to tell you about the theme of the fight. As I told you, the boss is going to pressurize you a lot. And the way I tackle that pressure is to always try to go behind the boss and try to getting a couple of hits. Not being greedy, couple of hits and then come out of that. Because every single time when you go behind the boss, he will always try to go behind you. And that's when you move out and you try to go behind him. So you have to put a lot of pressure onto him by moving behind him. And the way that you can do it is, and the way that you can try to do it is by doing a perfect dodges when he's going behind you and trying to pressurize you more. Alright. Let him come. This is going to be the overall theme of the fight. Let him come, let him hit you, do a perfect dodge, move back, so that you recharges your ninjutsu, as well as you come out of the arc of the boss's attack. One quick thing I think I should tell you is the developers have conveniently placed a hot spring over here. Please use it before the boss attack. This is going to give you a very good health regen buff, which will be helping you at least for a minute or so in the fight. Now you see I'm going to wake up and I'm going to get the health regen buff on the bottom left side of the health bar. That means my health is regening. Okay guys, so now that we are starting, we see I'm using the water talisman on my sword and creating the cheat deck effect for me as before I enter the fight. Right? Dodge and go behind, start attacking, he's moving away, dodge. I make a lot of mistakes on this fight. Should have dodged over there. I died. Now the preservation talisman will bring me back. You see that it is bringing me back. I made a severe mistake in this fight. The fight would have ended over there, but it kind of brought me back. Dodge, go behind, hit. Dodge, go behind, more, dodge. This is the grab attack. You should be very careful about this attack. You should not let him grab. The only way you can avoid it with a last minute dodge. His key has been depleted. Now he will go to the yokai rim. And now my objective would be to break his heart. So I'm throwing kunai at him. Now his heart is broken. You see the amount of key damage it has taken. I got a little carried away. Got a couple of hits from him. You don't be like a dodge, dodge, dodge. 3 quick dodges and go behind him and keep hitting him. Activate my campuses so that they keep hitting him too. I got hit badly with that flame, but I did not take much damage only because I have a lot of resistance. As I told you, elemental resistance, fire resistance and breeze resistance is important. Right? He's trying to throw that, clear out of it, dodge. Yeah, he's back to the normal then. Grab attack, he grabs me, and I make a huge mistake over here. I did not do the roll perfectly, so you have to do the roll at the last minute. Brick, and give a couple of shots, don't be greedy, don't try to hit him too many times. Again, dodge, go back, couple of hits. His key is depleted, so before he goes to the yokai rim, I get a chance to put in a couple of hits. I'm gonna break it. Oh, I dodged again. Couple of good dodges. I'm gonna throw that big thing. Yeah, obviously, as long as you're far from it, you won't get hurt. Right. So, yeah, you're not getting hurt. I got hurt only because I was trying to put some elemental damage onto him, running away, dodging, trying to go behind him. The objective is very simple. Elemental damage and dodges, keeping the aggression onto him. He's back to the normal then. Some more elemental damage. I made a tiny mistake over there. Okay, beautiful dodge. Yeah, again, same thing. Dodging out of it. Should have dodged. Couldn't. His key has been depleted. Putting a couple of fights. I got hit all the hits I took. That is not correct. Yeah, so that I think as long as you're in samurai form you can do it, but it's kind of very tricky to do it in the ninja form. And dodge. And dodge. Beautiful couple of dodges. And trying to take some damage onto him. So throw this entire fireball at me. And ready to dodge. 1 and 2 dodge. And go behind him, keep the pressure alive. But I get hit. Back play. For my part. Right, he has 20% health. I call my Guardian Spirit. I dodge from the grab attack. And I keep the pressure on. And eventually the man will fall.